once again, I can't really say I blame him. I mean, considering that today's championship Sunday, I'd be sitting in place waiting for something to happen too. Of course, that was before I realized that, all good things come to those who wait. So we shall wait. That being said, the one thing I can definitely do past the time is make my penultimate pro football picks. Alliteration for the win. Good morning, happy Sunday, everyone. Excuse me. Yes, it is Sunday. Yes, as I just said, this is the second to last instance in which I can actually make any football picks at all. Yep. Of the possible 267 games, we're at 265 and 266. I mean, yeah, there's the Pro Bowl next week, but a lot of people don't really like to count that. And then there's the Super Bowl. Man, this season went by fast. Maybe it went faster because my Cowboys were doing terrible. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. If your team isn't in the NFC or AFC championships today, you're sad about that. I am too, but it was just meant to be. Plus, and I said this way back when I made that top 11 Super Bowl matchups I want to see. Regardless of whatever the outcome is today, after both games, everyone's going to be looking forward to this Super Bowl. I guarantee it. I mean, you have, the possibility of the 49ers versus the Chiefs. Both of the teams Joe Montana played on, so that'd be something really cool. You have possibly the Packers and the Chiefs, a rematch of Super Bowl I, which, considering that it is the 100th anniversary of the NFL, how fitting would that be? I really don't think you get any better than that. And then you have both possible matchups of the Titans. And I know someone's saying, but Nick, you only had any of the Titans games your honorable mention. True, I did. But here's the thing. For you to even be considered honorable mention, I at least had to think about you. I mean, it's not like I completely threw them to the wayside. Of course I have the Titans in mind. It's just, again, one of my criteria for making that list was, hype. And don't get me wrong, the Titans going back to the Super Bowl for the first time since they lost to the greatest show on turf back in 1999, 2000 season, whatever that was. That'd be pretty big. But it really only would have been significant if the Rams made the playoffs, which they didn't. So, yeah, regardless, whoever we get after today, I'm pretty sure that, come Super Bowl Sunday, we're all going to be glued to the TV at that fateful hour. I think the Super Bowl's like at 5, 6 o'clock at night or something. I think so. But that does remind me, I swear they really, really, really want that primetime dollar. Because I know for a fact a year ago, the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship took place, at 1 and 4. Just like, for the most part, it's just like your typical ordinary football Sunday. But, now it's once again 3 and 6, which again, primetime dollar. I mean, I guess it gives people more time to prepare if they have any big parties or get-togethers to go to. An extra 2 hours to plan everything, get everything ready. If you're making a big dinner or something, that works, I suppose. Other than that, though, I really don't know if, I really can't think of a reason why they moved it that close to it, outside of, again, primetime dollar. I mean, people really want to watch TV before they go to bed, Can't really say I blame them. I watch TV too. No, I mean, I think if I were to look back on every single channel I ever watched, you know what? It started off as okay. So I gotta tell you the story about TV for me growing up. For the longest time, we had the other channels at home, but if you went past like channel 30, you had like nothing. And the other channel, oh, you had other channel numbers, but they'd be like fuzzy or they come out all weird and whatever. So like we never got anything. I mean, thankfully I did grow up watching a lot of Nickelodeon, which, considering what my name is, I'm pretty sure it's serendipity. And, back when Fox Kids was there, that was really cool. But Fox Kids was only up until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. At least Nickelodeon had shows like Doug and Rugrats, which lasted until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And then we had Nick at night. Seriously, like looking back on it, watching Nickelodeon as much as I did had to have been serendipity. It had to have. Because, my name is Nick, so, yeah. Although, surprisingly, I never really got made fun of for it. Like, I know a lot of people who were, like, named Doug were made fun of because of the show Doug. Well, to be fair, let's be honest, when it comes to Nicktoons, Doug is easily one of the weakest. Seriously, you cannot have an everyman and expect him to be a good main character. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like Doug, but compared to the other Nicktoons, it is boring as all get out. Thankfully, when Nickelodeon had more shows like Hey Arnold, As Told by Ginger, the whole everyman thing got better, but with each progression. In fact, I dare say, give like As Told by Ginger credit. I always thought she was a much more interesting character than Arnold and Doug was, but that's just me. Although looking back on it, if you watch As Told by Ginger, it's a great show and it tackled a lot of like issues that actually I was a teenager on the time it came out, so it was sort of right up my alley. But the character designs are creepy, like Big Mouth creepy. Like everyone in that show looks like a fish. I'm not even kidding, because apparently your lips are supposed to be like down to your chin. What? What kind of designs are that? Darn you, Klasky Kubo. Rugrats was okay because you started out doing Rugrats and, kept doing that, even though the designs, everyone's head looked like a giant potato. Rocket Power was the closest you got to, like, a good, proportionate looking human being. And then Real Monsters, the monsters look awesome, but the humans look not as bad as Told by Ginger, but still pretty bad. Yeah, seriously, watch any of those Klasky Kubo shows. And pay attention to, what the people look like. It's creepy. It's don't get me wrong, I love those shows. But, man, it is really, they are really creepy looking. I may not be much of an artist myself, but at least if I draw, a face, I know to put the mouth right here near, not directly in the nose, because your nose would be in the nose, the mouth would be, just barely under the nose. But, yeah, it's so crazy. All right. I was talking about football today, wasn't I? I am such a nerd. You get me started talking about cartoons, I'm just gonna go, crazy. Yeah. So, who do I think is gonna win today? This is tough. Let's be honest. More often than not, yes, we do occasionally get a championship game where okay, it's a no-brainer, this team's winning over that one. But literally both sets of teams have enough strong points going for both of them where you really could pick either one and you wouldn't be that upset if you ended up being wrong, but you wouldn't be surprised if you were right either. So, who do I think is going to the Super Bowl? Sorry, I was actually on the clock over there. Let's see. Well, first, let's get to the AFC Championship, because that game is at 3 today. So that's the Titans and the Chiefs. The winner of that game is largely going to depend on what the matchup really ends up being. If you have a Derrick Henry versus Patrick Mahomes, then the Titans are winning, even when they're at Arrowhead. Because they are easily the best overall coached team in the playoffs right now. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if they become, I think it's like the 7th wild card seed in history to win the Super Bowl or something. I forget the statistics, but yeah. They're easily the most well-coached team. They're hard-nosed, and as Skip Bayless referred to as Derrick Henry, moose that runs like deer. Seriously, Derrick Henry is a grown man. I know I said that already, but, it bears repeating. Derrick Henry is a grown man. So, if the Chiefs' run defense, which admittedly is shoddy at best, can stop Derrick Henry, they can win. And they are at Arrowhead, so that's always nice. So, what do I think is going to give? If the Chiefs can stop Derrick Henry, it'll therefore be Pat Mahomes versus Ryan Tannehill. And even though Ryan Tannehill actually may come back Player of the Year, which is good for him, kind of wish it was Travis Frederick for my Cowboys because he came back from Wilkes-Barre syndrome. Anyway, or years, I forget the name of the thing. Anyway, so if it's Ryan Tannehill versus Pat Mahomes, the Chiefs are winning. And when they're at Arrowhead, so you know what? Provided you can stop Derrick Henry, I'm picking the Chiefs to go win today. And then you have the NFC Championship. Let's see. Really the only thing here's the thing. From near top to bottom, the 49ers are loaded. Offense, defense, special teams, all of it. With one exception. It's the quarterback. Yes, it only is one position, but it's the position. It is the one that's supposed to know the most. It's the most challenging position to learn in all of sports, probably. So, and here's the thing. Jimmy Garoppolo has been known to turn it over at the worst possible time. The same, however, could not be said about what Green Bay has, which is Aaron Rodgers. Yes, I know. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a diva. Skip Bayless calls him the LeBron James of the NFL. I'm inclined to agree with that. And it really wouldn't surprise me that if the Packers lose today, Aaron Rodgers will go back to pointing fingers because he got rid of his old coach, Mike McCarthy, who my Cowboys have acquired. And, he still wasn't able to do it, even though he took the reins. He basically has control of that whole organization, and you still don't win. If he starts pointing fingers, it'll be very evident that Aaron Rodgers really was on the decline. It just took until a very big stage to prove it. That being said, I expect George Kittle to have a wild game today after reading yet another letter from his father. I expect the defense, particularly Nick Bosa, to have just a show. And it would not surprise me if we see Richard Sherman have another awesome blowout speech again. That would be cool. So, yeah. My picks are the 49ers and the Chiefs. Rather underwhelming considering that they were both 1 seeds. Actually, the 49ers are the 1 seed, the Chiefs are the 2 seed. But the top seeds going into the playoffs on both sides, facing off in the Super Bowl, yeah, I can definitely see that happening. But I wouldn't be surprised, nor would I feel upset if I was wrong. This is going to be a good game. Today is going to be a good day. I can feel it. It's a lot less snowy outside. You can actually drive. You can actually get stuff ready for a party if you're having one today, or go to your local entertainment establishment, I suppose, like a bar maybe. Although before I end off, I actually have a little something for you music snobs out there. last night I'm at church, and right before the benediction, aka the end of the service, the priest actually said a little bit of a funny. He said, considering how bad the weather was yesterday, if you don't see sharp, you'll be flat. Just like if the Chiefs and the Niners don't see sharp in terms of what they have to do today, they will be flat on their faces when the day is over. It's going to be a fun day, right? Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn on notifications on YouTube. I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys who watch the show today. Very hopeful we have a wonderful Sunday. Ready to watch some football? I know I am. Remember, if you guys are on the Talk channel, it's going to be here to let you know. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.